Now we start to continue. Now we can going to continue with our awesome website. And in the last 40 minutes, all we got done was that header image. So since I'm still not really happy about that white navigation bar, I am probably going to change that up a bit. For that, I go to customize again and go to, wow, loading is nice. First of all, go to homepage settings, make a static page my homepage, and that's the home page, just so that I can then see what's happening here. And go to the navigation, primary menu bar, and then check out the background color. I am thinking I want this transparent, just because, yeah, that's probably, I prefer that, but I still have to do something with the logo here, which probably will end up me giving it a outside glow, which people never really like, but then again, life is hard. So that definitely has to be white, and it has to be full white, because otherwise not gonna work. Active link color is technically where we go, so when we're at that page, I'm not sure if I want this red right now, but for the homepage I'm going to have a different snippet that I'm gonna add, but the default maybe bold, just because otherwise it will not be as visible. And then I'm going to open up my Photoshop to fix up that logo a bit, because that's not gonna do. But what I can do now is for the primary secondary menu, but no, it's not the secondary, it's the fixed navigation settings, because this can be a different one. Primary menu, background color, see, I can then, so when we're at the top it can be transparent, but when we start to scroll it can be like this. So I'm either, I prefer that more, I must say, than the white one. Yeah, but again, I have to do something with that logo here. That's huge. So let me open that up real quick. Logo, where is it? Crazy ex-girlfriend. That's the wrong one. Dropbox. Geek Herring. Long. Let's call it long. I probably have to make that a bit bigger, just because otherwise the glow will be not visible enough. So I'm making that bigger. I know it's not centered right now. I'm gonna fix that in a second. Should be centered now. What I do is just create a black layer at the bottom so that I can see what it looks like. You see, that's already a logo where that's not transparent. So I'm using the outer glow here. I'm not gonna use the weird orangey one. That's gonna be normal. And I start to make it bigger. That's too intense. Maybe precise. No, I don't like that. No bueno. That's better, I think. Thing is probably... sometimes, not sure. This is playing around. It's always a bit of maybe the spread is better. What I could do, that's what I'm trying. I make that a separate layer. Rasterized layer style? No. I want to make a layer out of the layer style, but sometimes I'm not sure. Convert to smart object. No. Dude! Which one are you? I never know. That's not it. I'm gonna copy that one for now. That looks really funny. We can use that for something else. Maybe when the fish has an eye again. Whatever. Not gonna do create clipping mask. That's wrong. Rasterized layer style. Let me make this white just because right now it does weird stuff. And then I'm creating rasterized layer style because now I can remove that effect. And what I want to do now, that's where I'm going, is make that a bit blurrier, as in give it a motion blur, so that it actually does more of this. You see? But for that I technically have to make the workspace bigger and then do it again. Blur, motion blur. That's the wrong direction because I want it like this. Do I like this or do I not like this? Maybe I don't want it for the fish that much. Nah, not happy. Probably leave it like that. Yeah, probably leave it like that. So let's just rasterize this, copy only the thing with the glow, and then obviously remove the background because we want it to be transparent. Save for web. Oh, I have to make it. Oh, I can do that when I save it. Save for web. Make it smaller. Way smaller. Save the PNG. That's transparent because the logo glow. And then I'm going back to the TV section of the design. So as you see, while you're working on pages, you can always come to the point where you're like, that's not ideal. Gonna use a different one. And then change it up as you go. Set as a logo and save changes. And now yeah, I think I like that better. So the only thing that, because obviously the file is bigger now, that's why the logo is smaller, we can go back to the customizer to make it just a bit bigger. Let's go back to the navigation, primary menu bar, because I just want it to be a tad so I can say how high, how much. So that's the general menu height. Let me go back to the text color. No, not the text color. Go away. Woman, dude, leave. Background color. So I'm making that blue now just for you to see. So that's the menu height, right? So from here to here, that's 66 pixels. Seems weird, but anyway. And that's a percentage of the menu height. So it can be 100% of the menu. Or you can also make the menu bigger. Well, it was way too big. Like this, maybe. So that now you can see that's where the file goes. Like that's the file outlines are just as big as the menu is. But yeah. Just on a side note. And now I'm going to go back and do it like this. Maybe I don't want it 100% just for the sake of it. So like this. Oh, I'm already kind of pleased. Right? Too much geek on one page probably. But we'll see about that. Okay. So now that I've added, like changed that up a bit more, I can go back to the pages and keep on working on what I've set up here. So the next part, as I mentioned, is the episode previews. So the latest one will always be that one. Then the second to last dog is just weird down there. And then the sorry for the yawn, that was the doggy. Okay, back to business. Okay, here's here we have this. I can make that bigger a bit later. But what I'm going to do is add in a new section and then ooh, I already linked that. That thing I have to change because that's still wrong. But yeah, making the second section now. So as I planned, it's one with the 3 blog posts, so I can take a standard section, and we're going to figure out if potentially I will need a full width one, because it could be that a blog module. Does the blog module make sense here? Let me figure that out. Posts numbers 3. Content, show excerpt, offset numbers, show the featured image, show the read more button, show the author. No. Show date, show categories. No. Pagination. So what that does right now, it's the blog entry. It just puts, ooh, great, nice. So the blog entry puts blogs on the page, obviously, And as you can see here, so that would be full width one. So you have one blog post and you have the other blog post and you have the next one like this, or you have the grid view, which is 1, 2, 3, or depending on how the blog posts look like. So you can have, it's a title here, it's an excerpt of what the blog post says, it's the date, and you can, if it would have a preview image, then you can change that to here. Preview image. So you can see the featured image in the blog post. It's what's at the top of the blog post. So that would show also in the grid. I'm going to show you that one in a second. So I'm going to save that now, just because I will recreate, like I will create 2 other blog posts so that I can see what I want here, if it looks the way I want it to look. So let's go to posts. I'm cloning that one. Quit Hello World 2. And then publish that thing. And the same thing with that one. Quick Get It World 3. Publish it. And now, did I even click save here? Did I not? Am I a bit of an idiot? Am I an idiot? No, I'm not. Oh, I clicked update. Yes. So I can I can load the page again. And boom, there you have it. The 3 blog posts in a row. If I would have more, a page would show up and people could click through. Let's try this. I can just add new one. Meow. Publish. Reload the page. As you can see, that's the latest blog entry. The only issue that we have here is that we need some excerpt, because otherwise they would be smaller. Or I could then continue to work maybe some CSS so that they will always have the proper height. But here you can see you can go to older entries, and then people will be able to scroll through the blog entries. But for now on that page, that's all I want. So I just want this, want the blog entries to be visible here. And if people want to read more, they can click read more, and they will be directed to the blog page, which we have to work on afterwards at some point. Because obviously we want a very nice and fancy pantsy blog page. Yeah, so that our podcast episodes have an awesome place. That's pretty, right? We want it pretty. We want a pretty website. Sorry, that just happened. Okay, I will just quickly show you what it will look like. Let me just try if I put it to audio, what actually happens then. Because technically, ooh, me likey. Audio. That's not very readable. That could be nice. So considering depending on what we want to do. So let's say that's standard. And if I use a featured image, let's use this for now. I know it's not proper, but you have to make sure that the size is right and everything. When I use that as a updated, it should technically show here. Reloading the page, so that's what I want. So we will create preview images for like featured images for our blog posts. Oh, sorry, bam. And then that's what I want. So the featured images will show up here in our preview. I will work on that a bit more with CSS so that it looks more appealing. and but I will get to it when I get to it. And then people can click through our posts and listen to our episodes. That's nice. Ooh, I'm excited. And if you haven't checked us out yet, go to Geek Herring at Facebook or Instagram, and you can find us there. And you can find us on Spotify. Just search for Geek Herring. It even comes up for me now. Yes. So yeah, that's the second section. And I will technically start to create the basics, like continue with the basics. And then go over it and finalize the look and feel of how I want it to be. So now I have the first section that will definitely change. That will probably change too. And once I've set like the core up, I'm gonna go through it again, and then I'm going to make all the pretty things that I would like to have later. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. This week was a short and quick one, so that it doesn't take 45 hours to get to something. Have a great rest of your day, people. Bye bye.